Hello, so in this section we are going to talk about HTML forms, a crucial part of any website that collects user input. From sign up pages to search bars, forms are everywhere on the web. And by the end of this tutorial, you will know how to create them from scratch. So an HTML form is a section of a web page that allows users to enter data, which is then sent to a server for processing. Whether it's signing up for a newsletter or logging into an account or leaving a comment, forms are essential for interacting with your websites. They're essential everywhere. So now let's start writing a form. So we are gonna start with a form tag. Okay, so this is basically the start tag and input tag of the form. So now forms has many attributes, and the most important of them are action, and the other one is the post. Okay, so for now we are gonna just leave them as it is. So now the form can have various input types, like you can when you're logging into Facebook or Google or any other platform, you have to give an username and a password. So like this one, we are going to do the same thing. So for one single input, we need a label as well to say the user like what they have to give inside the input. So it is called the label field, label, label. So this is the starting of the label, and this is the ending of the label. So suppose we are going to take the name and the email field for the form, then we are going to call this name. And also we are going to add a for attribute for letting the label which input it is actually addressing to, and the input is there. We are going to have an input. So the input can have various types that we are going to see here. It can be of text, it can be of email, it can be of password, numbers, checkbox, radio, many things. So for now we are going to use the type of text, as we are going to take the input as text. We are going to give it the ID. Let's give it as name, and we're also going to give it a name called name as well. Okay, then we are going to add another field. Let's add the label for this field. Okay, so we are going to add this for email input. Email, yeah. And we are going to add an input type. It should be of type email. We are also going to add an ID and a name. And finally, for submitting the whole thing, we will need a button. We are call it submit. So we will use it for the form submit. So we are gonna use the type submit. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the button. Yeah, one more thing we have forgot is the action and the post thing. So in this HTML form, the form elements is the container for all the input fields. This form is the container for all the input fields that's inside the form, and it has two key attributes, action and method. The action attribute specifies where the form data should be sent. Like if we are using a REST API, so we can give the route of that API. For now we are going to give an example like the submit. And the method attribute determines how the data will be sent, typically as a post or get request. As you know that HTTP has various methods. Some of them are get, post, put, etc. So here we are gonna just define the method here. So this is going to be a post method. So now let's break down the different elements that make up a form. Forms are made up from various input elements, each designed to collect a specific type of data. As we have said before, like the input elements can be of different types like text, password, email, radio checkbox, etc. Here are some of the most common ones we are gonna see now. So here we have used the text field, right? But first let's see how it actually looks in our website. See, these are the forms, the main form, which is the label and the input of the form, and the email and also the input of the form, and there is the submit button. Now if we give the name and the email and press the submit, if we have any server, we would get the request as it should, but for now it is not working. Okay, so now let's see various type of input fields that we use in our forms.